Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 13 of season 3 of Battlestar Galactica, and we had the Eye of Jupiter, which seemed to mean one thing to one group of people and another thing to another group of people. Deanna was in the middle of the Eye of Jupiter shower that sent her to see the final 5 Cylons that we have not met yet, that they have not met yet. The fact that the other Cylons don't know who these people are is that's interesting. And it's almost like it's like, oh, it needs to be really hush hush. They're the people that we don't talk about. He who shall not be named. I don't think they're Voldemort, but Deanna definitely wanted to find out, and so did Gaius. And, Deanna saw somebody that she was familiar with and she apologized to, and then she kind of was like, if I had only known, if she had known, then it wouldn't be a secret. But then that taking not only her eyesight and her life, because like she went blind for a hot second. It's like she looked upon God or something. Brother Cavill put her, I keep saying put him on ice, but put her memory in a box. Like all of her models were, to kind of say something that's a little rude, they were discontinued, really is what went on there. And that's kind of sad because she had quite the discovery. But at the same time, they want somebody who's no longer on a religious crusade, because she keeps putting them in awkward positions. And it was more important for her to get down to the planet and to see the Eye of Jupiter than it was for them. Like Brother Cavill said, he's like, we could just take out all the humans now. And I'm glad that's not what happened, for sure. But they kind of want to get somebody out of the way that's in the way consistently, which now makes the vote not great. They'll be tied every single time if it's 3-3. So they need somebody to break that tie. Now, they no longer have Gaius, and they no longer have Caprica 6. We're actually one big happy family all together again on Galactica. At least in the fleet. And Gaius, they had to sneak in a body bag. I'm sure they don't want people to know that he's alive and on Galactica. And then also with 6, they took her captive. And I don't think, like I said at the end of the last one, I don't think it's going to be a Pegasus 6 situation. They're not going to go that far. Because they didn't do that with Sharon. And so they might learn to trust her. And I feel like when it comes to that particular 6, that she's not only loyal to Gaius, but like she genuinely loves humans, and she genuinely loves Hera, and like really is like, she's the future of our race, or she's the future, period. And I don't think that she would do anything to sacrifice those two things. But like, I've genuinely grown to like really love Caprica 6. Head 6, I kind of just like, she's talking, but it's like also Gaius, she's like that manifestation that like, it does that self-preservation, right? So if she's considered a guardian angel, sure. Now I roll my eyes at some of the religious aspects, but what are the chances that, the Cylons would be inside of the temple being shown the other 5 Cylons, and the humans would be outside of the temple being shown the Eye of Jupiter as a roadmap to the next place that they need to go to? It's a work of fiction. Why not? but like how like a lot of things have come to pass, whether it was, the leader that would, be unwell or would be, soon to die. And like, there's all these things that they were foretold. And I'm like, okay, cool. What's my fortune? Like, what should I expect, for my future? But the fact is that it's never really failed them. So I think that they need to kind of continue on course. It's kind of like they have a manual that's read poetically. And I think a lot of things that are religious are very poetic, and it paints a beautiful tale and a wonderful story. And in this case, this is the most elaborate roadmap to Earth I have ever seen. And I'm okay with it. Like, I kind of like the whole Indiana Jones thing and figuring out what this means and deciphering that. Well, now we have the guy who deciphers everything, Gaius, and the other guy who deciphers what Gaius says, which is Gaeta. And like kind of people in between that are all figuring out where to go. Now, Hilo at the end of the episode, when he saw the Eye of Jupiter in the photo, he showed it to Starbuck, and she had that painted on her wall back at her apartment, which again, with Leoben, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I know he has a role to play because we've had our whole Six thing, our whole Boomer thing, our whole Deanna thing. I don't really care about getting into Simon or Cavill, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get into Leoben. Leoben. So stupid. Just call him Leoben. Anyway, I don't like him. Anyway, so he had said that like her destiny was kind of wrapped up in all of this, and I'm like this close to just being like so anti-Starbuck. Never Starbucks. They will forever have a piece of my heart. But Starbuck herself, she's got a long road to travel of like, just, she doesn't have to change who she is completely, but like, just, for somebody who cares about the gods, you sure are pretty fracking immoral. And I'm not the person to say that I am the morality police, but I'm just so tired of seeing it. Like, just let her be a background character then, like, watching somebody who like can do so much and is in such a wonderful position and shit her way to the bottom every single time. It's like, come on, get it together. And I don't know if she's ever supposed to. Maybe her destiny is always to be a fuck up. I'm not sure, but it's really frustrating to see. I thought like maybe we had turned a corner when she had decided to like go see Casey, and she was going to stop bad mouthing all the pilots and like kind of poisoning the well. And she decided to heal. I thought maybe we'd see a little bit of a turnaround with her, but then she's just like, no, Lee, cheat on your wife with me, please, please, please. And it's just like, I can cheat on my husband, but I can't divorce him. I don't want to be done with her, but I want to be done with her at the same time. So I think I'm in the position of caring less about her rather than, like when people put up walls, when they're like, you know what, I'm not going to let you hurt me anymore. I am indifferent. I hope that I can become indifferent, that either way, that's her story. Because I kind of started out mildly indifferent about Ty, except for the drinking. And that's kind of like a personal issue with me. But like the fact that, I started out really just kind of being like, he's a good character, but like, just God, how awful, whatever. He didn't break my heart. She has. And so it's really hard to be indifferent about her, but I'm hoping I can find a way. And now with Gaius back on board and Rosalind in the fleet being the president, I'm sure she's not going to be thrilled, or maybe she'll want to poke him with a stick, so to speak. But like she's got some splaining to do a little bit. I don't know if we're ever going to really have the discussion about, Sharon and Hilo and Hera and what the role Rosalind played, or if Adama is going to be pissed at her or not. But I still think that like a conversation needs to be had, because he just walked away. Admiral Adama was like, you got to be kidding me. And it seemed like he's the one that took the blame for it. And that really bothered me. I mean, yes, she answered to Hilo for sure, but it just like really felt like he was the one that took the lashing for it. And I don't know if that's going to change Sharon's mind, because what she said to them in the Battlestar, I thought was like totally like a bluff, because like the whole episode was about bluffing and calling bluffs and, like having like a poker face and all that stuff. So it's like I could really see the poker game that was playing throughout that episode. And I'm wondering if, that was in fact just a bluff, or she was like, maybe Hera is better on the ship. I don't think so. I think like having her baby girl back, like she is like going to really value the fact that Hera's alive and really want to spend time with her, and like Hera having, her daddy. Well, but Hera's sick. I don't know if she just needed to pass some gas, if she's got a blockage of some sort, if she's got a Cylon cancer we need to, like, use 6 for. I don't know. But I'm hoping that we can at least make her better. And Doc Coddle is not smoking above her while he is seeing her. So guys, oh, there's so much to chuckle about and laugh at. But Doc Coddle has provided me with some of like my I don't even want to say happy, funny moments, but boy, do I appreciate that guy now. I didn't the first time I met him, and now I really do. A lot of the characters I didn't appreciate first, I really do appreciate now. So guys, after all of that 2-parter, if it's another to be continued, I still have time to watch another episode tonight. If not, let's not worry about it. But let's get into it.
You're doing the right thing, guys.
What is he doing? He's not going to kill himself, right? I don't think she'd let that happen.
Wake up!
They're not letting him sleep? It's inhumane. You're really going to try to kill yourself, guys?
Wait a moment.
Uh-huh.
I need some time to think this through.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Too late, guys.
No, it's not. You might be resurrected, though. Oh my god.
I already have authorization. I need to speak to the prisoner now.
Step back, sir.
Does he have authorization? You can't tell him no.
Deep. That's it, guys. Deep breaths.
He's a Cylon?
I'm alive.
But wait, they would know that he was part of the Final Five.
That no one was betrayed. I was never one of them. I am one of you.
Is he dreaming?
It's a bit rough, actually.
Oh!
What's wrong?
You're not Cylon. You're human, and you're dead!
Oh, well, that's not 6.
He's alive. I'll get Connell.
Oh, God, I totally thought. They got me. They fucking got me. Or you might still be one, though. I mean, maybe if you're No. Resuscitation wouldn't mean that he could be downloaded. He would have been stuck in limbo. I don't know what to trust. That wasn't a very nice fake out. I just want to point that out. Not very nice at all.
Shows. Well, I think I've seen a bar before.
They have a bar on the deck?
You gotta be freaking kidding me. Come on.
Well, okay. I like that entrance.
Chief Zero, welcome. Any friend of the Major's is a friend of mine, which means you get the good stuff.
I was gonna drink wine during this one. I should have.
Can tell you have a fight?
You didn't hear us? Figured we could have sold tickets.
Wow, they're fighting, huh?
It's a marriage. Why we build bars?
Well,
What exactly were you doing going to see Dr. Baltar in the middle of the night?
I couldn't sleep, and I guess I thought he might be willing to talk to me.
We understand. Just leave his interrogation to us.
very smart. I mean, he was really mad at Gaius, so he might want to have a word.
Hi.
Oh boy. She's been waiting for this moment, I bet. Peace pipe. I don't know, she always seems like she's so nice and sweet, and then isn't.
Prior to the attack on the colonies, did you have high-level security clearance?
Yeah, so what?
Did you tell anybody about it? Did you let someone into the...
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I did not collude in the genocide of my own people.
I mean, he didn't knowingly. Yeah, I wouldn't have bought it either.
And for the genocide! What's happening to your people? Your people!
Whew.
I need to know now. Colonel Ty, get in here. Get this man out of here.
This is not about
He's
uncovering
not
any
talk. I want you to
legitimate
take
threat.
him.
God, I can't tell what's real or what's fake.
I am innocent. Why won't you believe me?
Get him! Take him out here!
This is
Wow, this scene is intense. I can't tell what's real and what's fake. Like, he's wearing a different outfit. Like, I don't know if he's like, I guess it's real, considering that's so intense.
There is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
An experimental interrogation program involving drugs. The goal of the program is to create a state of anxiety so intense
He's already anxious.
it might get Baltar to talk, tell us what the Silents know about Earth. But it's
I don't like
dangerous,
that either.
especially for someone in Baltar's condition.
Yeah, you could kill him.
You're telling me we have these drugs aboard Galactica?
To cause anxiety? Like they were prepared to do this to somebody.
I mean, did you go through that hell locked in that fake house with that fake husband just so you could ditch me? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Sometimes.
Maybe. I don't know.
Then you gotta go to him.
No. I'm so over it.
Yeah, I was just gonna stop by the bar for a little while.
You made plans with your wife.
If you're gonna see Kara, just admit it.
Look, I told you, there's nothing going on.
Anymore.
The only problem is that you don't trust me. That's it.
She shouldn't.
And this is just your own fracking insecurities talking. Same as always.
The gaslighting. The gaslighting.
It's over.
Good for you, girl. Good for you.
Where are you going?
She's leaving. She's done. It's over. Stop by the bar when you have plans with your wife. Anders indeed deserve better.
I said I have rights. Please. Please help me.
I don't want them to do this to him.
Hold his head. Oh, no. 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 Oh, God.
I don't like it. I am so disappointed in everybody on this damn show. Except Doc. I mean, I guess Doc Cottle is part of this now. It's just start a new civilization with Sharon and Hilo and Dee and Anders and Gaius and Six. Everyone else, throw them out an airlock.
My God, where am I?
You're in your mind. It's a very dangerous place to be for Gaius.
Can you hear my voice? Can you hear me, Doctor?
Well, that is intense.
Follow the light.
Oh.
God, sakes. She saved my life.
Did you conspire with her to subvert our defense system?
Conspiracy requires intent.
I didn't know. How could I know?
Oh.
I have no responsibility.
Oh. 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 Hey.
Give us details.
details about the Cylons, or we'll let you drown. Alone. In the dark.
Jesus, Admiral. I mean, it's a great way to tell the story and for him to confess, but like, and visually it's interesting. I don't like it.
Let's see if you can tell me if I'm out of line here. Do you ever think about Sharon?
All the time, probably.
No. You never wondered what if? No.
It's very smart not saying it out loud, though. That's how you bring something back up.
What did it tell them about Earth?
I wasn't looking.
He wasn't looking for Earth. Okay, it's not Uzi, so...
Are you a Cylon, Dr. Baltar?
I don't know.
No.
This episode is insanely incredible. No space shit. All Cylon shit, and I love it. Well, and then married shit.
Does anybody see my rank? Left.
Jesus. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't drink wine.
5 final Cylon models. 5 pillars of the temple for the 5 priests.
Come on. It's all just mumbo jumbo.
He's holding a lot back, Admiral.
I'm more like Ty than I'd like to admit half the time.
At the very least, he'll have his life.
You won't buy that coming from us.
Of course not. We have to find someone he trusts.
Gata, 6? Gata.
In my heart, I know I have always done what I've had to do.
And you know, when I look back at our marriage, you are good for me, Dee.
But are you good for her?
Just give me a chance.
Don't fall for that jawline and those cheekbones. Don't do it, Dee.
These figures here are wrong.
That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Interesting. Uh-oh.
Maybe we can even get you out of this cell, offer you some proper quarters.
Yeah, don't fall for it, guys. How am I on Gaius' side all of a sudden?
So much for that little stratagem.
Yep. I enjoy James Callis's performance so much.
Two whiskeys, straight up.
Oh boy. Just tapping that dirty well over and over again. Both Anders and Dee just making bad decisions.
Who do you think allowed you to do that? You think I'm blind? You see, I literally had a gun pointed to my head, but nobody forced you to play both sides. Who is the real traitor in this room?
Wow.
If your friends only knew the truth.
They knew the truth of what?
Don't worry.
What is he saying to him?
Fuck you!
Oh! What did Gaius whisper to Gata?
Well, you're not one of the 5. Certainly have the luck of the gods.
while I am the chosen one.
Do we know for a fact that he's not one of the 5? He has not, in fact, died, and we have not seen him wake up at a different location and continue life.
In his eyes, he's the victim.
He kind of is, though.
Not the criminal.
Time. Also the criminal. As you guys are, too.
It's not too late for him to just disappear.
Don't go doing that. No, you can't. He's the best actor on the show.
So what happens next?
We give him his trial.
That's better. Is she in the Admiral's bed? I know that that's not the whole point of that scene, but... My God, I could just watch just hours and hours of this show of just Gaius Baltar. He is so good. James Callis, I rave every single time, but like, he's just so good. And, you know, they're talking that he would never have an admission of guilt, and it's because, like, quite frankly, he didn't know what was going on. But if he knew Gaeta was a double agent, how did he not know that Six wasn't also playing him? So there's that question that I would present to him. Maybe it's because he didn't know to look for it. You know, he wasn't at a paranoid state of mind when he was on Caprica. I don't know, but like I said, like when he appeared in that bath, I was like, oh my God, he is one of the 5, and I was like, would they really reveal that in season 3? And then, you know, they started scratching him, and then he went away, and I was like, well, he obviously wasn't in a limbo, because you can't get re-downloaded and resurrected and then sent back. I don't think that's a thing. I don't know, unless you're being resuscitated. There's no ever a clear answer. It always steers you in the direction of like, no, he's not a Cylon. That's why he was on the ship and he didn't get the virus, but he was in a suit, you know, like he didn't get exposed to it. And then, you know, this where it's like he didn't actually die enough, I think, to be downloaded and resurrected. So maybe he was just resuscitated. So I don't know. I still don't know if it is for sure that he is not one of the final 5, but I don't like the tactics that Adama used. I'm very disappointed that they decided to drug him to get that admission. But I will say that the way it looked and the way they went about it, like that was actually really cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that in television. And I liked, like, it's always James Callis. He always does such an amazing job. I know that they're desperate, right? Like, you can't look past the part of that they're humans that want the survival of the fleet and the rest of the human race. So the ones at the top are willing to really get their hands dirty and maybe to protect everybody else below them, because nobody else knows this is going on. Definitely having Colonel Ty, the Admiral, the President, Doc Cottle, and, you know, his medical assistant who's going to, you know, be there suspiciously just to knock over a table. There's not a lot of people that know that Gaius is on the ship. And I don't know what he whispered to Gaeta. And I don't know why Gaeta wants him dead. There seems to be something that he knows about Gaeta that Gaeta doesn't want other people to know. Maybe he knowingly and willingly knew people were going to die, or I don't know. I don't know. The one thing is with Gaius is that, like, he had a point. He's like, I had a gun to my head. You didn't. And that he was like, hey, yeah, I'm not blind. I could see what was going on. And maybe he did. Maybe he 100% knew. I don't know. There's always so many questions where it is like, it is not cut and dry, like him just going like I'm a Cylon, slits his throat, resurrected somewhere else. You know what I mean? Or like, I'm not a Cylon, and then we never see him again. Actually, anytime somebody dies, I automatically assume that they're a Cylon and they've been downloaded somewhere else and they're resurrected. So like Ellen Ty is somewhere and Kat is somewhere. I think more people have died on this show than could possibly be resurrected. But, you know, I'm just like, I don't know if they're really dead or not. I don't know who those final 5 are yet. Yeah, so still not a clear answer on that. Now, obviously the best part was Gaius of the entire show. I rave about him all the time. I am so done with the relationship drama with Lee, Starbuck, Dee, Anders. All of them are idiots. They're just, like, once you see somebody for who they are, And they might be wonderful, beautiful people in other aspects of their life, but you see how they are in a relationship. And if you truly believe that they have changed, you can give them another chance. Literally 24 hours went past. It takes years for people to truly change and become somebody new and somebody that you can trust. And it takes time to build that trust. I don't know how Dee or Anders can trust Kara or Lee whatsoever. And then the making eyes at each other from across the bar, like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And the fact that she was willing to actually divorce Anders. But here's the thing, is like, you don't leave somebody for somebody. You leave somebody because you're not happy. And you're by yourself and you love the pleasure of your own company, and then you're ready to be with somebody else. Like, you don't, the monkey branching with relationships is just utterly ridiculous. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much more time ranting about it, other than the fact that, like, you know, something's going on with Chief and Callie, and he 100% thinks about Sharon, even if he says he doesn't. But I will say that the best way to, like, I do this sometimes about, like, doing laundry. I'll do all my laundry, but I hate putting it away. And I've actually literally started telling myself, I love putting laundry away. I love the way my closet looks when everything is hung up. I love the way my drawers look when everything is folded. I gaslight the hell out of myself to do the thing that I don't want to do. And I think Chief is kind of doing the same thing, where he's just like, nope, I never think about Sharon. Never. I never think about Sharon, ever. And he just keeps saying it. And he just keeps saying it. And then he'll finally kind of convince himself that, like, nope, I don't ever think about Sharon. And I think that that's smart. I mean, if he's with Callie, be with Callie, even though Callie is still not my favorite person. But, you know, you know what? She loves Chief. She had a baby with Chief. Yes. Cool. Happy for him. But although it seems like things are murky, but they have a bar. They have a Joe's bar on the deck. Which seems like a very not so great place to have alcohol. But I guess the still might have been getting bigger and producing more, so they just needed to expand. Business was good. But guys, if you want to watch the full length reaction on my Patreon, it will be available, and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Are you guys over the relationship drama thing? But also, like, do you believe that Gaius at this point, oh God, I don't even know, because I feel like it's a spoiler. At this point, do you think he truly believes he is or is not a Cylon? Because I think he believes he is not, because Head 6 was saying, well, now that you know that you're not. He believes that. I don't know if that's the truth. But, like, were you thinking that he was, or were you convinced that he was? Because I'm still on the fence. It seems very, it would be, like, too Captain Obvious, like, the whole time just being like, well, let's just talk about Gaeta being a Cylon, keep all the eyes over there on him, and then they won't think about these other people that might be Cylons. And then when you get to the end of the show, it's like, oh, he wasn't a Cylon after all. Like, I feel like that would be kind of like the way we're telling the story, or they would just be like, season 4 starts out with a bang, here's the final 5, and you're like, what? I don't know. I'm eager to get to that point, but I don't know. And then, like, what did you think about Adama's? And what did you guys think about Adama's interrogation tactics? I mean, I feel like the president yelling at him was very out of character for her. And then, you know, Ty definitely very happy to drag him down a corridor and throw him out an airlock. So I think having Colonel Ty there was a good idea with Rosalind. But I'm not a fan of Adama's tactics. Now, what it gave us visually and story-wise, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I don't agree with it, but cool. I don't know. I kind of hold myself to a higher moral standard that you don't starve people, you don't torture people, you take care of them, and eventually they will tell you the truth. Case in point, Athena. It took a while, but it happened. Okay, guys. I can't wait for the next episode. I was like, oh, it's going to be a filler episode. No fluff here. Relationship shit, which I could do without, but no fluff. There's no fluff when Gaius is involved. It is always like the most juicy, yummy steak. And thank you for this character and his story in James Callis. It is just a masterpiece watching him work. So guys, come back here for the next episode. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.